Love story. Everyone has their own memories. I always ask why God gives me such sad memories. I used to want to throw away that memory like pressing the delete button on a computer keyboard, but I couldn't because in sad memories there are happy moments, just like there is no eternal love, only but the moment is forever, brave and calm enough to remember the old love, the old one. At this point, I thank God again for giving me beautiful memories that I will carry with me because it is unique, because it is worth it. I began to sit back and forth every second of my memories of my ex. Ever loved wholeheartedly, for the first love, for the ex, for the past. A few years ago, I don't remember exactly when we officially fell in love. The guy from the central region, I the girl from the west of the river, love each other with very sincere feelings, it's pure, right at the age of 18 and 20s. The two of them happened to meet each other in an English communication class, bumped into each other by chance, probably due to fate, but they don't owe each other. Gradually, the two strangers became so familiar that one understood too much about the other. After school, he often drove me home on his bicycle, which he joked to me was his never-married lover. When I was 18, I had many very pure memories. I often asked him to take me to eat ice cream, drink milk tea, eat mixed rice paper, eating fried fish balls. He smiled brightly, and then he was willing to carry me through the familiar streets, through the student night markets, to satisfy me. His appetite for food. He looked at me with affectionate, gentle eyes, and his sunny smile made my heart flutter, like warm water flowing through my heart. Maybe that smile has been too long, I'm not sure when, I don't remember the last time he looked at me and the same sunny smile. I doubt my memory does not know if it ever existed or not. Time is the scariest thing that has just passed 2 years since the day we fell in love. He has finished his studies, and I have to study for another 2 years to complete. Then he returned to his hometown to work according to the wishes and arrangements of his parents. I am far from you in such circumstances, people often say far from face and heart. I used to have pulled a lot for old love, but only in vain. He still keeps texting, calling, chatting with me. But I feel strange, the wall separating space is too big. Made me unable to reach for him. The times of talking to each other also gradually became less and were replaced by polite greetings or simply strange sayings. That day, when we were still together, I often dreamed of a simple wedding. The place will be a romantic sunset beach, because I love the sea, love the salty taste of the sea, love the sound of the waves crashing on the side of the boat. He just looked at me and smiled brightly. One sad day, he suddenly texted me. Maybe he didn't have the courage to call me directly? I doubt that. He said he told his parents all about our love for each other. His father didn't say anything, only his mother objected because the space distance was too far. Could I leave my family and parents to work? Strawberries from people, land in the sun, wind, sand have heard the salty taste from salt? I listened to it like I was dumbfounded. My hand could not press the phone button to answer the message. I cried a lot for the love that was about to fall. In fact, it has been broken for a long time since he left Saigon to return to his hometown to work according to his parents' wishes. It is only here that I accept it completely broken. Gradually, the text messages every day no longer exist. I still go to school regularly and study well, because that's how I am, learning to love and love two unrelated things. When night fell, I was afraid I would not be strong enough, and out of habit, I would text him every night. But the ego that reigns in me is so big, it destroys that intention. I broke up with him in such a situation. I knew that even if I tried, it wouldn't work, because I wanted to graduate from college and continue my studies and build a career in Saigon, being close to taking care of my parents. Me and my old age sickness. I understand what he is thinking, and he also knows how I worry. Two people who understand each other too well. When they parted, it was gentle and peaceful, not writhing and regretful like many others. It's only been 4 years, everyone has to be different. Time is a layer of dust covering all memories of you. I cherish the beautiful moments in the past. Once had such a beautiful first love, I will keep it with me, bury it deep in my heart. 2 years later, the wound in my heart has gradually healed, strong enough for me to continue on the thorny road ahead. Closing this diary page opens a new page and is also the last love for my single life. I also realized that, going through difficulties together or living together in shallow days, people just want to remember, probably want to stick together for a lifetime. People choose each other. Getting married is also a predestined relationship arranged by God. I met him when he had just turned 30 Green Springs, and I was just starting to enter life after a year of university graduation. His love for me was not entangled, quite complete in all aspects. Unlike when I was a student, my dating time with him was very limited because he was a soldier. I understood the nature of his job, so I didn't ask much from him. I don't romantic or say bad love words like many other guys, like "I love you, I miss you so much." Just casually saying "I crave the food you cook, I miss this place, there, the winding roads I often take you," means that you are missing me. It's simple, sincere, as simple as who you are. Two people from the same hometown, also close to each other, but meeting each other in the middle of a crowded place in Eastern Europe is also a predestined fate that God intended for me and him. In Saigon, the rain flooded the way, sometimes the warm sun came rushing back. The time has come. People have to attach their lives to something sacred and precious that money and wealth may not necessarily be. On the day he was on leave, he came to my room to play. He ate some of the dishes I cooked with a smile. I asked him, "Why don't you eat and sit there laughing?" He replied, "You cook so well, I wish I could have such delicious rice and sweet soup every day when I come home from work." God. Is it possible that he was proposing to me? What can I say? My mind was floating with an indescribable feeling. Suddenly, he continued, "Let's get married." I remember the scenes in Korean movies where they proposed very romantically, with flowers, rings, and the faint scent of candlelight. He proposed to me in a simple motel room, eating a meager meal, but strangely warm. At the adult stage, romantic scenes are really unnecessary. It is important that we love each other with all sincerity, choose a life to live together, so as not to regret it is enough. Although Saigon has hundreds of thousands of streets and thousands of shops, I always have a direction to return to. It is a place of peace and joy every day when I see you, cook delicious food for you, iron shirts and pants for him to go to work. Or on Saturday afternoons, there is a time when he takes me on a road full of autumn leaves, gentle, but strangely warm.